If you see her, please move quietly to the other side of the street. Hey guys and welcome, my name is Diogo and I'm a professional dog trainer. This is the most scientific dog training channel in the world. And we release a video about every week, so make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss anything out. I've been a dog trainer for 13 years now, and it seems that people like to ask me if there has ever been a dog that I could not do any training with. And the answer is yes. There is indeed one dog that I could not do any training with. And it is not a very nice story, but it's a story that I got to tell you today. I started my professional dog training career at 17 years old. I was fairly young, and people took a little bit of time to understand that I really knew what I was talking about and that I really knew about training. And so there was this lady and her dog. Her dog was named Lola. And Lola was scared of absolutely everything. She was fearful, she was scared, she always wanted to run. She has been given for adoption about 8 times at this moment, so this owner was the 8th or 9th owner, I'm not sure. And every owner seemed to give up on her and gave her away because of how bad her fearfulness was. And Lola owner came to me. She was recommended by another student of mine that was her neighbor, and we started having classes. I explained how the training works, and she seemed to understand and agree. She used to ask me a lot of questions on every class, which is usually a good sign. It's a sign that my students are paying attention, but their questions were kind of different. She was particularly interested in knowing why I didn't work the same way as this other dog trainer that she found on YouTube. And I always explained why I worked like I did, and why I believe that my approach fits her needs best. My approach was trying to make the dog comfortable with me and the owner and trust us, and then gradually I would introduce new things that this dog could be okay with. The approach suggested by this other trainer was completely different than mine. This dog trainer was more focused on explaining why the outside was very scary to your dog, and the approach that he suggested was to remove anything, and I mean anything, that could eventually cause your dog to be afraid. In this special case, that meant that this dog would never see again any other dog, any other person, anything that moved, anything that made noise, even not any shadow. After not too many classes, this lady told me that she knew what was best for her and for her dog, and that she would no longer attend to my classes. She explained to me that she had contacted this other dog trainer and that she would proceed with training with him. He had classes over the phone because the dog was scared of people. A couple of months go by, and I was giving a class late at night, and I was close to the place where I used to give classes to Lola. I was in her neighborhood and I happened to find Lola and her owner. Lola was wearing a reflective orange harness jack with letters saying "Danger, stay away." Lola seemed pretty happy to see me, especially when I said in a very soft and very gentle way, "Hi Lola." But Lola's owner got angry and said, "She's afraid of people. Can't you read? Stay away." I never saw Lola again, but around Christmas, her neighbor called me. Her neighbor told me that she had been putting flyers on every car and mailbox, and she had been distributing flyers. And he told me that the flyers had written something like, "This is Lola. If you see her, please move quietly to the other side of the street." And a picture of Lola. A couple of months go by, and he called me again, and he told me that Lola was no longer living in his neighborhood because the owner gave her away once again. It is not a story where everything turns out just fine at the end, but it is the truth, and that's the story that I had to tell you, the story about the dog that I could not do any training with. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.